Welcome to Daily Post India. This is Har Kamal, and today we have some renowned dignitaries from the health fraternity. Let us introduce to them first. Mr. Hardeep Singh Gais, civil surgeon, Dr. G.S. Wonder, heart specialist, and Dr. Resh Mahajan, professor of medicine at DMC Hospital, Ludhiana. So my first question to you, sir. The swine flu, it hit back in India in 2009, right? So it caused a lot of deaths in the first year. But it comes every year again and again. It affects the people again, and the people are dying. So it's a general thing. People must know about it, but still they are being affected by it. So what do you think, in your views, what is the reason behind it, and how to get over it? Any measures?
Swine flu is a viral disease. It is a pandemic disease. It's everywhere in the world. Cases are coming. More cases are coming in certain season, like in winter season. Many cases are coming, but throughout the year, cases keep on. This year, from January onward till date, we have received only 19 cases which are confirmed. Otherwise, we have tested 66 cases till now, and 5 deaths have been reported in this.
So it has reached Ludhiana as well. So what is the health department doing to eradicate it?
We have all arrangement. We have vaccinated the health staff also. We have prepared isolation ward in all the hospital, district hospital, sub-divisional hospital. We are getting support from the 2 medical colleges, the Anand Medical College and Christian Medical College. Some corporate hospitals are also supporting us in this tackling this disease.
So is the health department taking any steps to completely get rid of this deadly disease?
We are trying our best. All the health officials, medical colleges, they are trying to do the best possible. But this is a viral disease. It will take time to control.
Okay, thank you, sir. So my next question to you. You're a worldwide known heart specialist. So as we all know, along with all the other diseases, heart diseases are increasing as well. And nowadays they are increasing females and young men as well. So what are the reasons of this increase in heart diseases and how to get over it?
See, many years back we used to believe that heart disease is a disease of the Western society. But today we know Indians, especially South Asians, be it Sri Lankans, Pakistanis or Indians, the South Asians have the highest prevalence of coronary artery disease in the world. And this we have got to know from the people who have migrated to other countries, like a lot of people have migrated to UK, to Singapore and to Canada. It has been seen from data from there that Indians get afflicted 10 years earlier from heart disease. And the reason we doctors believe there is a thrifty gene hypothesis. If you notice, Indians have a central type of obesity because our forefathers were exposed to famines. And our metabolic process is not attuned to handle the high caloric intake that is happening today with the fast foods, with the easy to go foods. The second big havoc that is being played is by the tobacco. Consumption of tobacco, be it in the form of cigarettes, cigar, and now India is virtually become the largest consumer of tobacco chewing. Rather than smoking, people are chewing tobacco, and there are many brands which are available. That equally afflicts people, and besides increasing risk of cancers, it increases heart disease risk at least 3 to 4-fold. Then high blood pressure, diabetes, modern day stress, diet which is rich in fats, and lack of exercise. These are some of the, basically it's a lifestyle disease. Almost 50% of it is determined by the genetic makeup, by the family that you are born in. Those families which have more earlier disease, those people will be afflicted, and they have to take the preventive measures to a larger extent. But almost half of it is dependent upon what we eat. If we eat healthy, we exercise regularly. If we go back to our vegetarian diet which is low in fat and rich in fruits and vegetables, and regular exercise, yoga, meditation, stress relieving, strong family bonds, these are some of the measures by which we can reduce the prevalence of this disease.
Okay, sir, like these junk food things can be found at every corner of the street. You cannot ban them, like they have increased so much in our India or Punjab. And people have become lazy as well. Hardly any people go to exercise or something. So do you think like legalizing something like marijuana will help?
Marijuana legalization has been done. I am aware why you're asking, because in California they have legalized. But in a society which is already struggling to handle drugs, I don't think we can legalize. The society has to be really evolved. And we cannot adopt practices which some evolved societies are using. So in our country, I would say in our society, it will be very, very dangerous to legalize. In fact, we are still fighting the use of smoking. And only recently has the government of India made smoking illegal in public places. And now we are struggling, the medical community is struggling that each tobacco containing product should have at least 75% of the label that it is injurious to health, so that it does affect an individual, because tobacco is a very big player in terms of early occurrence of coronary artery disease or heart attacks. So drugs play equally bad effect. We have seen a lot of these players who use steroids and anabolic steroids. They use these injections and they get afflicted with heart disease. So the intoxicating drugs are another, environmental pollution is another very big factor that causes early occurrence of heart attacks.
So any message for the heart patients or the youth to avoid heart diseases?
Very simple message is go back to our traditional lifestyle. If you look at your grandfathers, your grandmothers, they used to walk a lot. So 45 minutes to 1 hour of regular aerobic exercise, not exercise which you do in gym, in the charged atmosphere of a gym where there is loud music and you are trying to do more of weights. We recommend aerobic exercises in which your muscles are moving and an outside environment. Then diet, which is, as I said, rich in vegetables, vegetarian diet, and lack of this yellow of egg, mutton, some of these, all fast foods will contain excessive salt, because salt is a preservative. So any preserved food will contain fat and salt. So these have to be avoided. Fresh food and stress control. That is another very important. People who are in conflict with their society, who are getting agitated, who are getting irritated, and those who set very high goals for themselves and then try to achieve them at the fastest pace, they are the ones who get afflicted. So conflict with your environment is another very important. If these three things can be handled, then we can reduce the prevalence of this disease.
So thank you so much. So Professor Rajesh Mahajan, my last question to you. So as the monsoon season is here, so monsoon season always comes with a lot of diseases. So any advice from your side to keep away from monsoon diseases?
The thing is in monsoon season, because of the accumulation of the water, what you are going to have the diseases which are the waterborne diseases. First of all, which is the most common thing, is diarrhea, common cold, which you are going to have. Then with the breeding of the mosquitoes, you are going to have the malaria, dengue, chikungunya. Then with the ones, because the monsoon is accumulation of the water, the rats and mice, they are going to spread the leptospira. Last is the scrub typhus, which we used to see. Prevention is better than cure. In case if you can take care of your surroundings, then definitely you can prevent the spread of these diseases. And that is the message to the public, because in case if we can keep our surroundings clean and dry, we can prevent these diseases to spread.
So any message to the commercial things like restaurants or open dhabas, because they're hardly hygienic? So any message to them or the authorities who look after them?
The thing is it is for the Dr. Ghai to take care of these things, because the thing is once you are taking food in unhygienic condition, especially the uncooked food, that is going to cause the spread of these waterborne diseases, which you are going to have. They are going to present the vomiting and diarrhea. So in case our health department is strict enough and people are aware that they have to prevent all these things, they can always avoid the uncooked food. You can prevent the spread of these infections.
Thank you so much. So this was Dr. Hardeep Singh Ghai, Dr. G.S. Wanda and Professor Rajesh Mahajan. This is Harkamal Singh signing off from Daily Post India. Thank you.